Good evening, friends. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing a special Zoom called September Surge because we have so many of you that we know, whether you're wanting to hit a fast start bonus, maybe you just came in, you're brand new, and or you want to get to Diamond Club in November. Wherever you're at, you're going to get some good information tonight to be able to get where you want to go. And we want to help you. We being your upline mentors, we want to help you to reach those goals so that you can have the success that you're looking for in Purium. So first of all, congratulations on being here, being a brand partner. Thank you for being here. And we're going to focus on September and then also strategies to help you qualify for Diamond by October 31st, meaning qualify to go to Diamond Club, which is November 14th through 16th, so that we can then celebrate you at that time at Diamond Club. We can't wait. So we're going to cover these and talk about a couple things initially before I bring Ariel on. First of all, the importance of plugging in. Pat yourselves on the back. You are plugging in, you're here, and we're super happy that you're here and that you're here live. So we're happy that you showed up for this. We have some really high value calls every single week on the corporate side and on the team side. So every Monday night, there's a 7 o'clock call about understanding your Purium business with Debbie Darling. There's an 8:30 ULT Zoom that's a team Zoom that you can invite people to. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern is business training from Purium Corporate. And then we have our mastermind every Wednesday, which is our team mastermind that we all love because it's where we all come together, 11 o'clock Eastern time. There is a Canva document that has all of this listed along with the links or the meeting IDs to these calls. If for some reason, when I say Canva document, you don't know what I'm talking about, get with your upline sponsor or mentor, whoever is that person that's guiding you and taking you by the hand. Get with them if you don't know what this is, and they'll send it to you. It's a really great resource guide that has how to get in your back office, how to download the phone app, when these calls are, what they're for, which ones you can invite prospects to, which ones are specifically for brand partners and training. And then there's some really good videos that are must watch right away to kick your business off that'll help you. And then we have our team YouTube channel, which is at Team Win Network. And there's all kinds of training videos on there. And this video from tonight that this is going to be shared also. This is going to be shared on that Team Win YouTube channel for future reference. Anyway, without further ado, let me introduce you to our newest crown on our team, someone near and dear to me because we first met just a little over a year ago here in downtown St. Pete. And her story is so compelling, and most of you have heard it. And it's just incredible what she's done over the past year and 4 months. And Ariel's got some great stuff to share that's going to help you a lot. She's got lots of duplication happening on her team. Team is on fire, a system that works. So you're going to love hearing from Ariel tonight, as well as a couple other crowns that are coming on. So Ariel, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Happy to be here. All right, well, let's just get started. Monthly goal setting is so important. So this is how you set your intentions for the month ahead. You create actionable steps to make your business grow. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, as this quote said. So we'll talk about the action plan worksheet. This should be done monthly to set goals and get your wheels turning on how you want to guide your business for the month. This could be a living document, so you can expand on it as the month goes. You know, as you meet new people, you might want to add new people to your list of who you're going to follow up with and talk to the business about. That's always happening for me. So for example, I leave for England on Wednesday, and you better believe I'm going to be expanding my list as the month goes on. There's always new connections to be made, even when traveling. This can open up a whole new market, you know, if you're going to new places and meeting new people. The slides went away, just so you know, Sonia. So everyone needs an action plan worksheet. If you don't have one now, you should start one for September right away. The memory jogger, if you are drawing a blank on, you know, who you might want to prospect for that month, this is where the memory jogger comes in. You can use it to think outside the box and kind of just help you, you know, figure out where your network is and guide you with that. So both of these can be found in the Purium app, by the way, for reference. So know your numbers. This is something that you can lean on your upline for at the beginning. You know, my team always knows exactly where they're at, what to do, what the goal is, and how to get there. Keeping them on track is kind of the upline's, you know, part of what they're going to be helping you with, but it's also something you want to start learning for yourself as you grow your team too. So with that, we'll talk about the UBT. This is very, very important, very key to know. And essentially hitting UBT is 3 ULT subscriptions. So if you just sell a one-off ULT, by the way, it doesn't count. It has to be a ULT subscription, 3 of them in a Purium week, which will give you 500 extra points in the back office. Every month, 1 ULT is 250 points, by the way. So 250 times 3 is 750 plus 500 is 1250. But we'll talk about Transformation Now as well down the line here. And Transformation Now gives you 100 extra points per kit. So you actually have a total of 1,550 for UBT if all 3 are Transformation Now. So that's a lot of points you can rack in. And a period week starts actually at specifically 12 a.m. Saturday morning, so early Saturday, and ends at 11:59 p.m. Central Time Friday. This is very important because if you're trying to reach your goals and get that third in, by midnight, you want to know the exact time frame because some of us are doing that till the bitter end. So those 3 a week, that is like essential to build your business. And for Transformation Now, that's what we'll talk about next. Let's see. Transformation Now in general, if you don't know yet, which you should, is purchasing 3 ULTs that you will use on a rotating basis to have in-person kits, hand off, and then you will get the kit shipped back to you by Purium, and you'll always have 3. It's a one-time investment to do that. So when you have a brand partner come on and you also get them to sign up for Transformation Now, when they are signing up to be a brand partner, they're ordering their ULT plus they're ordering Transformation Now, you actually are able to make $424.95 to be exact on that one single order, which I actually had 2 brand partners, which I want to shout out, Melissa Hennig and Sarah Dybel, who were on the leaderboards last month because they did just that. And so they made the most on one single order in the entire month, which is amazing. So how am I duplicating this with my brand partners? I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of a verbiage on what I say if someone is ready to go. I'm on a connect call. They're like, hey, I want to sign up, become a brand partner. The next step is I want to let them know about Transformation Now so they don't miss out on that. So I'll say, okay, great. I'm excited that you're ready to join the business with us. I wanted to share one more thing with you that you might want to take advantage of right now. We have a program called Transformation Now. You essentially order 3 ULTs as a one-time investment in your business. These will be used for any in-person connections or sales that you have. So you'll be able to hand the kit off personally. People love to see the size of the box and walk away with it instead of waiting for a shipment. Plus, Purium awards you 100 extra points every time you sell a kit this way, which really helps you grow your business fast. So it's a no-brainer if you have local customers in mind. If you order Transformation Now, plus sell 3 ULTs this week or next week, you actually will make up to $500 in bonuses as well, which can help you pay back some of that investment right away. So what do you think? Do you have local connections that you think would be interested in the program? And would you like to utilize Transformation Now right away? So that's how I would quickly just break that down to them.
I love that. Ariel, you keep it so simple. And I know it's a lot to take notes, but I hope everybody did get some notes. And what I'll do is I should be able to get the transcript from this recording too, where Ariel said all that. But you know what? It's so perfect how you said it. You didn't overcomplicate it. You didn't make it overwhelming. And the cool thing is when they buy Transformation Now, those extra 100 points are good for an entire year from that point that they get it. So it literally is a one-time investment and it's the gift that keeps on giving. And we're going to hit hard on Transformation Now tonight because we want you to understand the value of it and why it is so important to make this investment. It helps your customers, your new brand partners. Like Ariel said, they get to leave with that box right away, and it helps you with the points. And Ariel, you had someone or your brand partner, your new green diamond, Leanne, has a practitioner who has gotten how many Transformation Now points ballpark, do you think?
20 last month. So 2,000 total in Transformation Now. And the month before, pretty close to that too.
Yeah, so almost 4,000 additional points just because of that one-time investment of getting those three boxes and then handing that box off every single time. Now, not everybody's going to do 20 in a month. You know what? You do three every week, you're getting 1,550 points, like she said. So Ariel's going to come back, and as we get later on in this presentation and this training, what we're doing is sharing these basic fundamentals that are going to build, like each one builds on the other, and we're going to kind of take you on this journey of building on these principles to help you get to diamond. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to really reiterate transformation now. So we have a little video from five-star crown Melissa Hanson also saying some of the same things Ariel just said, just so you can hear it again. Repetition is the mother of retention.
If you want to build your business with a quickness, you have to understand the benefits of transformation now. This is when you come in with purchasing 3 packs for yourself as a small amount of rotating inventory. What does that mean? You buy 3 packs in your back office under shop. Sign up your mom, her order comes back to you. Sign up your dad, his order comes back to your house. Sign up your brother, his order comes back to your house. So it's constantly rotating. These boxes will not expire and they will continue to pay you commission over and over and over again. Here's the coolest part. When you sign up somebody that's brand new with Transformation Now, you get 25% commission on their first order. So they come in with your own pack, they buy 3 packs. Once that new BP signs up their very first 3 UBTs with those boxes, they get to Fast Start Director. So it's a $400 director bonus for them and a matching one for yourself. A great way to help them get going quickly. And this behavior will duplicate because whatever they do, that's what their future team will most likely do. It's a fantastic way to supercharge your business. And it's something you really need to share with everybody getting started. Whether they can start right now or get it later, you need to share the transformation now with them. If they order transformation later, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, into the business, you're not going to make the 25% commission off of those 3 boxes. You're only going to make the 5% commission. So letting them know early on is going to benefit both of you.
Okay, awesome. So that reiterated a lot of what Ariel just said, just so you could hear it again from another leader. And that first commission, that 25% is on the dollars. The first orders on customers always on the dollars, but on brand partners, the first order that they make is on the dollars. Subsequent orders after that, you're getting 5% of the BV, of the business volume of the points, not the dollars. So that first one, like Melissa said and like Ariel said, if they get transformation now right off the bat, it's going to benefit them and you. And I know we've got several people on here who have already done, like Dr. Sarah and others, transformation now and are using it that way. Like it's working really well and it's duplicating. The people that they're bringing in, they get it. Where can you start a business where you're getting your own superfoods? And then the other investment is what, $1,150 or so for the 3 boxes? That's the investment in your business that you're going to make that money back so quickly by that big commission, by hitting Fast Start Director, your brand partners hitting Fast Start Director, the matching bonuses, all of that. So Ariel, thank you. Melissa, who is not here with us, but thank you for the little video. That was very helpful. So now we're going to bring on another crown, Nicole Hussein. Nicole broke the record, smashed the record in the company, went to crown in 4.5 months. And fun fact, Nicole was one of the first people that Ariel brought in. Ariel was not shy when she came in. She got 10 ULTs her very first month. She was not shy. She didn't have fear. She didn't worry about being salesy or being pushy. She just saw the value in this and she shared it with everyone she could. And Nicole, I know, is so grateful that Ariel did not hesitate to share it with her because it's been life-changing for her as well. So welcome, Nicole.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm sitting in my parents' house right now that is now across the street. You guys have heard that story, but I just want to say I am honored to be here amongst these beautiful women sharing this business. We come from so many different walks of life, and we are here passionately sharing this and helping you guys. And if we all can do it with what we have on our plate, you guys can do it. And the other thing is, I kind of want to go back to, before I even dive into this, Ariel didn't know much about the business when she started. She is a numbers queen, and now I'm just like, tell us everything. But we have this beautiful mentorship above us. So what I didn't know, I probably asked the same questions 100 times. Like, what is a fast start director? What is a fast start? How many sales? What are the points? You have us to lean on. So please don't ever hesitate. If this goes in your head and you forget it, you're not sure, we're here for you. Okay. This is a lot. You're going to have the recording, but please reach out. And because I do have some people, and I'm going to talk about this fast start, the fast start bonuses are freaking amazing. It is so incredibly generous. You get different bonuses. Like if you have, and it's all, if you go into your back office and you click on resources, you can pull up the compensation plan. It's in your Purium app. But like if you have 10 sales or three ULT signups in the first 10 days, you hit consultant. That's $100 bonus plus your commissions, pays for your 90 days. So most people, that's their goal. I want my products paid for at the very least. And then, if you have 3 sales in 1 week, 3 sales in another, which we'll talk about for the ULT, you hit director. So the fast start bonuses, I will say when I started this, I did have some people, they signed up and they were brand partners and they were like, oh, I really wasn't really focused on the business and I didn't really catch the fast start stuff. That's okay, because guess what? You get matching bonuses. So what you do is you go out and you find new brand partners, because if they hit director, you get that matching bonus, and that is unlimited. So even though you may have passed your fast start bonus once, that's okay, because they're unlimited when you bring on new brand partners. So every month, always make your memory jogger, your action plan worksheet, get on calls with your upline mentor. Don't think I'm not calling Ariel and Sonia like twice a month and being like going through my list. Even if I'm a crown, I'm not done yet. So those matching bonuses are everything because they are unlimited. Getting to fast start director in month 1, I am finding, like I was saying, oh, consultant's cool. Director's not that hard to do, guys, especially, and I'm going to explain the 3 different ways to do that. And this is kind of like a summary. So scenario number 1. So the fast start consultant is 1,000 points. Fast start director is 2,500 points, or even not even fast start, just director is 2,500 points. And there's a lot of ways to do that. So the first one is you sell 3 ULTs in your first, in the Purium week. Remember, Saturday to Friday. So you sell 3 ULTs, they sign up for the 90-day subscription, and you get 2 of those customers. One is a brand partner. Remember that brand partner, you get an extra 100 points when you have a brand partner sign up. So it's not 250, it's 350. And then you help your new brand partner get 3 ULTs. Then you're going to be hitting 2,600 points. You're past your goal. You get your $400 bonus, and so do they. That's pretty awesome. So that is scenario number 1. You do it. One of them is a brand partner. They sell those 3 ULTs. Perfect. Scenario number 2, order your own ULT, because most people do. That's what I did. And then you sign up as a brand partner. You get your transformation now. And I will say, I don't have an office space, but I stock those boxes and I can't keep them in stock because you talk to people. We got lives to save, people. Come on. So you're going to find Uber drivers and you're going to find your chiropractor, anybody in the community. Everybody's hurting. Sign on 3 local people with those, and then you're going to hit 22,550. So if you do the math, you submit 3 photos, and this is where you lean on your upline mentor. I sold a box. Here's the person, her picture, all happy with the box. What do I do? This is where, if you don't know what you're doing, you go into the back office. Under submissions, there's a transformation now tab, and you go in and you upload a picture of, a lot of times people will be like, show me your before with the box, then we'll get an after the 90 days. And people are so excited. So you get an extra 100 points for every sale. So that adds up really quick. That knocks you into your fast start director. You both get the matching bonus. And that is really easy to do because there's unlimited people that need it. Thank you, Sonia. Submission forms under promo. Yes, everything is there, but you got us. And then the third way is sign up 3 ULTs in your 1 week and then do the same in another week. So I try to always aim to have 3 sales every week. That's my goal. I try to surpass that. But that also, because of so many extra points, it's 500 UBT points every week. I'm not messing with those. So you do 3 in 1 week, 3 in another. We have how many weeks in September? 5? We're only 1 in. You guys have plenty of time. So find 3 people in 1 week, find 3 people in the next. And the more people you get out there, the more you're going to find brand partners that want to do this with you anyway. So there's definitely a lot of scenarios that can help get you to director and help you get people to director with you. And my favorite is executive, because that is the next milestone, which is a beautiful bonus of, is it $500, Sonia? And if they're in fast start, you get a matching one. That's a lot of money, guys. So you help 2 brand partners get director. That's 2,500 times 2. It's 5,000 points. And then you hit UBT yourself at least once in the same month. That's 6,250. So executive is 6,000 points. It's not that far out of reach. And I would say if you can do it with helping brand partners get to director, that's going to help you with your leg getting towards diamond, right? You're starting to build structure and people will come in as happy customers and they're going to want to sign up as a brand partner. You're not going to say no, especially with the beautiful mentorship we have.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
My pleasure.
And let me just slide you back here for, if, is there anybody on here, like maybe with the first name Sarah, who would mind just giving a quick little testimonial about Transformation Now? Because you were writing stuff in the chat. Are you able to, Sarah?
Yeah, my chickens might interrupt, but yes.
Cool. We love chickens.
They were just squawking.
Oh,
Yeah, so are you talking transformation now?
yeah. I mean, you came in like you hit the ground running. You just came in last month
Yep.
and you followed that template that Ariel has been sharing. It's all about
Yeah,
simplicity and duplication. You went
yeah.
way past Fast Art Director, but you did Transformation Now. So any thoughts on that, the system that we have with that?
I love it. I can't keep the boxes in stock and I choose to. I all my transformation now boxes walked out the door within 10 days. And I thought maybe at the beginning they'd be there a month. So no, they're on their way and they'll replace. I sample things like small little samples when I make my shakes at work. I save a little and I sample it I look at who's coming in the afternoon and I sample it. Everyone loves it, loves it. So it's been
Cool.
great.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And I know you're running for executive in Diamond. We're going to see you at Diamond Club in November, which is going to be so fun. You know you're going to be there. So thanks for sharing and just sharing spur of the moment. Appreciate it. So yeah, now if you're on here thinking, oh, of course she could do that. She's a doctor. So Dr. Sarah, you're a physical therapist, right? That's what you do, PT and
Yeah, I
functional.
do functional medicine by resonance testing in
Okay.
in AET in my practice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you're thinking, if someone is thinking, well, of course she could do it. She's got to practice, people coming in. Go find a Dr. Sarah. They're out there. The people that are practitioners, especially solopreneurs, they have pain points like everybody else. They're trading money, time for money, trading hours for dollars. So find someone, if you know my story, I was a realtor when I came into this. But I thought, because I understood how network marketing worked, and I thought, who do I know that has a built-in client base for this? And I'm not saying everyone you bring in has to be a practitioner, but there are practitioners out there who love, I mean, they're doing what they're doing because they love helping people. Many of them have a very entrepreneurial mindset. They don't want to do working in a hospital or any setting like that necessarily. They like the freedom of being an entrepreneur. So why not? They have a built-in client base for this. If they're trading time for money, they have an appointment, the appointment cancels, they don't get paid. So just having these conversations and leveraging the stories. So when you're talking to somebody like this, leverage Dr. Sarah's story. You can say, I just met on Zoom this amazing doctor, functional medicine doctor and PT, and she can't keep these boxes in stock because everybody loves it. Leverage that story. You don't have to be the doctor or the practitioner yourself, but we've got lots and lots of stories. So anyway, now we're going to move on to where did my next slide go? There it is. Some of the basic concepts to achieve these things that we're talking about. Hitting Fast Art Director, like Nicole said, Fast Art Director, when you have a new brand partner, encourage them to do it the first month because it's so easy. She just showed you 3 different ways to do it. And it's easy. You can pick, you or your new brand partner can pick which way works for you. Obviously, transformation now is super easy because all they have to do is get 3 people in a Purium week, hand the box off, take the picture, submit it. They're Fast Art Director. That's it. So that's one way. I love the first way, which is get the 3 people, but make sure one's a brand partner and then help that brand partner get 3. That's going to give you more stability where you're not doing it all yourself. Or better yet, do both, combination. Transformation Now, get 3, get 1 as a brand partner, help that brand partner come in with Transformation Now, help them get 3 people. Now you're really turbocharging your duplication. So let's talk about the importance of enrolling brand partners. As you all know, or you may or may not know, because many of you are brand new, you can get all the way up to executive, that last rank where Nicole said you get a $500 fast start bonus for that by yourself if you choose to do that. That's not the optimal way to do it. The best way is get the duplication going, getting people in as brand partners. However, when you get to Diamond, you must have structure. You must have brand partners in order to qualify for Diamond. It's 15,000 in group volume. You need 3 people who are at least at the consultant level, which is only 1,000 points each. So, how do we do that? We have to have lots and lots of conversations. And the conversations can be, if you're a practitioner, you've got all these people that you're seeing, that you're having those conversations. And those are probably going to be your customers, your product users, but you've got colleagues. You have a network, like Dr. Sarah brought in her sister, who's an acupuncturist. So, your colleagues, if you're in that situation, your colleagues are going to be your potential brand partners, and you're going to be sharing that story. If you're not a practitioner, you have, and whether you are or not, you have a warm market, and you want to start with your hot market, your warmest of the warm market. I remember Ariel, the first person she brought in was her mother, and her mom had a terrific experience. Nicole was one of the first people, and Nicole is a crown now. So you just never know who that person's going to be. We never want to prejudge anyone. We don't want to assume they're too busy. Why would they do this? They already have a very successful business. Why would they want to do this? When we have conversations and ask questions, that's how we find the pain points. And we have a solution for these pain points. One of my favorite questions is when I start talking to someone is, how did you get into doing what you're doing, what you currently do? And that's where you start to hear it. I had a conversation today with a lawn guy who I heard all the pain points from this guy just by asking a couple questions. And now I've had such a busy day. I told him I was going to send him information. And then he texted me. He's like, don't forget to send me that information. So there's people out there who need this, not only on the health side, but also on the business side. If we have a monthly recruiting goal, that is really important. Ariel talked about the action plan worksheet and having a plan. How many brand partners do you want to enroll every month? Should be minimum, I would say 3 minimum. 5 is great. You shoot high. Don't limit yourself. You don't have to limit yourself to 3 or 5, but you have to figure out how many conversations do you need to have to get that number of people that is your goal of brand partner enrollments. And you need to have many, many conversations because that's how you're going to figure out your conversion ratio. So you may talk to 20 potential brand partners, and maybe out of those 20, 2 of them are very interested and end up joining you. Now you know, okay, my ratio is 10%. If I want to enroll 4 brand partners this month, I need to talk to how many people? Drop it in the chat. If my ratio is 10% and I want 4 new brand partners this month, where are math whiz people? 40. Exactly, Maudie. Sarah, exactly. Kelly. Yes. So now you know what your ratio is. I don't know what it is. I'm just using that as an example, what your enrollment ratio is to conversations. But if you look back at how many conversations you've had, look back at how many brand partners you've enrolled, and you could even look at it that way and see, okay, I'm probably at 10%, or maybe I'm at 20% or 5%. So you have to adjust. It's actually very liberating because if you've ever felt, or if you've ever heard, if you've been in this business for a while and you've heard a brand partner say, everybody I talk to says no. This is so frustrating. It's disappointing, discouraging. Okay. And I'll say, well, how many people have you talked to? 3. Well, that's only 3 people. So you don't know what your ratio is. You need to keep talking to people till you sign someone up. And then oh, I need to talk to 10 to get 1, or I need to, whatever it is. So then you kind of detach from that and you keep going. Connect calls are extremely important. I want to bring Ariel back on here because Ariel and Ariel's team, all of the team encompassing Nicole and Leanne and Sarah and Rachel, all the people on her entire team, they are leveraging Connect calls. So Ariel, I would love for you to chime in on this because you know how valuable of a tool this is.
Yeah, I mean, you really shouldn't be signing up a brand partner without doing a connect call first. Should be a part of the process. They need to hear the third party validation, from bringing someone else on who has a different perspective. It's just good rule of thumb in general. And I was always utilizing Sonia for connect calls. I still do. So it's definitely a necessary part of the business. And I love getting on connect calls for my brand partners. They use me all the time for that. It's super important.
Yeah, and it should be ideally before the person enrolls.
Yeah.
Not after, because what we can also do when you bring one of us on, whoever your upline mentor is, we have the qualifying conversation. So sometimes there's a person that's like, oh yeah, it's free to upgrade. Yeah, I'll do it. But they don't really know what it entails. And they might just be like, yeah, if it comes up in conversation, that person is better suited to be a customer and not a brand partner. They're going to miss out on all the fast start bonuses. You're going to miss out on the matching bonuses. So we have a conversation with them. And if that's where they're at, what I like to do is say, listen, I'll put you in my referral program. You refer a 90-day ULT to me, I'll send you a spiff. I'll send you $30 or whatever I decide to do. So that way, once they're ready, if they ever are ready to be a brand partner, and now they know like, oh, I can make these bonuses, there's a timeline, then they can hit the ground running and not miss out on those bonuses. Because as soon as someone becomes a brand partner, the clock starts ticking on the fast start bonuses. Okay, we talked about conversion ratio. Follow up has to be impeccable. It is our job to follow up with people. It's not their job to follow up with us. So we have to be impeccable in our follow up. And when we talk to someone, write down what was discussed. Before I ever get off the phone with someone, I'm setting up the next call, the next follow up. Maybe they're asking for some more information. Maybe they want to watch a video. They're going to come to a business opportunity Zoom. If it's a video, I'm always asking them, when do you think you'll be able to watch this? Because I want to circle back. I want to set a time now for us to circle back. And that way I can I'd love to hear your feedback and I can answer any questions that you have. So when do you think you'll watch it? That's very assumptive language. And that's how we want to be. We want to be confident, assertive, assumptive, because we don't want to ask like, well, do you think you'll watch it? You think you'll have a chance to watch it? Or is it okay if I call you to see how you? No, we just say, when do you think you're going to watch it? I'll watch it today after work when I get home at 6. Okay, great. Let's do this. Let's circle back. I can answer your questions. What's a better time for you? You want to do 7 o'clock tonight, or you want to do sometime tomorrow morning, like maybe 10? Give them those two options. And now you've got it all set up. You've got your follow up set up. You're not chasing them, because when you're chasing people, it feels awkward because it was just left up in the air. And then duplication. Simplicity duplicates. I'm going to bring Ariel on again just to chime in on duplication, because you have the system dialed in.
It's just really important that when you're bringing someone on, they understand their goals and they understand the numbers and they understand UBT, like everything that I explained. They have to understand that to be able to duplicate. And so just always also like, walking the walk yourself. And when you want your team to duplicate, you need to also be doing what you're telling them to do, doing the action plan worksheet, showing up to the calls and all of that. And I did want to mention with like recruiting, I definitely wouldn't be a crown if I had stopped recruiting and making connections and making this a personal priority within my warm market and my social media. So conversations everywhere I go, from facials to dental chairs. I just posted last week a picture of me from having a facial, and it just came up in natural conversation. She was super interested and really interested in holistic health. So this happens all the time. There's unlimited potential to find new business partners. You just got to keep your eyes and ears open so you don't miss those connections.
Yes, and the opportunities are everywhere. And it can be as simple as starting with a sincere compliment, like the esthetician. So how long have you been doing this? Your place is beautiful. The studio is beautiful. It's so relaxing. What got you into this? You just ask those questions and it all unfolds. So much comes out. People love when you take an interest in them, a genuine interest, and they love talking about themselves. And what happens is you will hear the pain points, which is going to roadmap it for you on how you can bring this in. And they will probably ask you, so what do you do? Tell me about what you do. And then you can tell them. And then people are always like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love that. So it's just so easy. I know Ariel does this. I know Nicole does it. When you meet people, when you're out and about, you make sure they follow your social media, right? Usually it's your Instagram. You make sure they follow and that you're following each other, because now that's also another drip process, because now they're watching what you're doing on social media. Ariel shares unabashedly her story, her business story. And Ariel, what have you said? Why do you share so unabashedly your business story?
Because first off, obviously, that's changed my life, not having the debt, not having to file for bankruptcy, and what a blessing and a gift that is that I could share with others.
Yeah,
It would be wrong not to share it.
exactly. And Nicole does the same thing. Nicole, are you able to chime in? Because you do the same exact thing.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell people plant seeds. Everywhere you go, plant seeds. You might have things that turn into weeds, giant sunflowers. They might take 6 months to grow. At some point, everybody's going to need this business and they're going to need these products. So just the point is the consistency is what pays off. And it's going to wax and wane, but as long as you just keep going forward, we'll all be Sonia someday.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Nicole. I hope you guys pass me. Actually, that would be amazing. So Ariel was so funny. She's leaving me this voice text today, and she's like, and I was on this Connect call, and the person was like, but I don't want to be salesy or pushy. It was about the business. And she's like, look, if Sonia hadn't have been salesy and pushy with me, and then she backtracked, she's like, I mean, quote unquote, salesy with me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be about to go on this 5-week trip. I wouldn't be out of debt. So it was so cute how you said that. I love that you switch it to quote unquote sales. It's just following up. It took a few conversations. It wasn't, you didn't come in on the first conversation, which most people don't. The average in this business is for somebody to come in as a brand partner, the average is 7 exposures. So some people might be right away, some might be 12, but 7 is the average. And I think you were probably about 7, maybe 6, maybe 5. I don't know. Okay. I believe this is the last slide. Let me double check. Yeah, this is the last slide, getting to diamond. And Nicole and Ariel, I'm going to go through this real quick, but I want you guys to feel free to chime in here too. So you need 15,000 group volume for diamond. This is just a little diagram of one way that you can get there. Okay, there's different ways, but this is one way that you can get there where you're doing it by building and helping people, building brand partners and helping them be successful. So one gets to 6,000, one director, you've got 2 people get to director, 2,500 each, and then you hit UBT 3 times in the month, and you'll have enough volume and you'll have the structure to be a diamond. Now, we have situations where you bring someone in, you bring a brand partner in, and they take off like wildfire, and they bring pretty much almost or all the volume in. Leanne's had that experience already, and she's pretty new. Leanne just went fast start green diamond. She's under Ariel. So you have that, you may have that person who just like runs, and maybe they have great contacts and influence, or they might be a practitioner who just has, a steady flow of people coming in that are getting the ULT. When that happens, you got the volume. All you need is 2 other legs that are consultants. A consultant is only 1,000 points. So you may have like a runaway leg like that, and then you just need to build that little bit of structure, but that doesn't always happen. So the main way, the typical way is more like what this looks like. So Ariel or Nicole, would you like to share anything about getting to diamond? Because you've both helped several people get to diamond. Anything about the numbers or the diagram here?
I tell people, by the time you're executive, you have people interested in the business because you have been talking about it the entire time. And so it came pretty authentically to me because people were feeling great and they knew they had to tell people about it. So, it's not that far of a jump, but I will say, like, you guys really, really need to hit diamond to get to the manufacturing tour. Like, it is incredible spending the weekend with Dave and Amy, spending the weekend with your Purium family, seeing everything about this business and how transparent they are, because I've worked with other companies. I've never seen that transparency. I don't care about anything else out there right now. Purium is it. And Purium is sticking around. So just the conviction of understanding what's there for your potential customers and brand partners and being able to explain it is truly valuable. And you don't have to be a practitioner. You don't have to be an influencer. Like I'm calling out Mackenzie again. She's a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she's thirsty for sharing this and being able to be home with her kids. And she's growing things, but she brought on her sister-in-law and her best friend, and they're doing the business together, and it's fun. So don't feel discouraged if you don't, but you can always reach out to influencers and you get us on a connect call with them, but just never hesitate sharing it with people. The more people that know about the business, the more people that know about the products, the further you're going to go.
And I would just say this business builds on itself. So like once you're hitting executive and you're getting there and that next step is diamond, like you need to really run for it, because if you let your business trickle down, then it's going to be that much harder to get back to diamond. Like once you're there, all the subscriptions are going to be coming through and everything's going to be building, and you want to use that momentum to get to diamond.
Yeah, for sure. Don't rest on your laurels like, oh, I hit diamond or I hit executive. Keep going because momentum is everything in this business.
Yeah.
And speaking of conversations, Melissa Hennig, are you still on or are you on? I thought I saw you on.
Yeah, I'm here.
I would love for you to share that story, the grape story, how easy it is to have a conversation with somebody.
Sure. Yeah, there was these grape samples at the local health food store, and there was just a woman standing next to me. We both went to grab them, and I said, "Oh, I don't usually eat grapes. They're really high in sugar." I was just starting conversation, and she said, "Yeah, me neither. I've got gut issues." And right away in my head, I thought, "Oh, gut issues. I gotta share this." But then I did ask, "Well, tell me more. What kind of gut issues?" And she told me more and about what diet she's on. She started asking questions, and I just told her, I said, "Well, I have this amazing nutritional reset that helps your gut." And I got into it a little, I got into it. And I got her phone number. That's the most important thing ever is I said, "Hey, can I get your phone number? I want to send you a video." And I got her phone number. I sent her the video. She was camping, but it took it took a couple days. And she did buy a transformation now. But I really think the key part was starting the conversation and then grabbing her phone number. It took me a long time to build confidence, but I literally ask everyone for their phone number now because I need to call them.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Melissa. So easy, just being friendly, making eye contact, being friendly with people. I love, if I'm standing in line, I was at a cafe and struck up a conversation with the guy. He ended up going fast start executive. He was a total stranger, but we had the conversation, giving a sincere compliment, asking the questions, and then I'll ask people, "Do you have a business card? I would love to get your card." And a lot of times they don't have a business card. And then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I should. I'm so embarrassed. I forgot. I forgot to bring them." And then I'll just say, "You know what? No big deal. Here." And then I just go on the contacts on my phone and I just do this. I say, "Here, just put your information in here. Let's stay in touch." Hand them the phone. I have them write it in. No one's ever said no. So, and then make sure this is like a little mini tip, but you probably do this anyway. When you meet someone, let's say you're at a cafe, write the name of the cafe so you remember where you met that person. And especially like if you forget their name, but it's like, "Oh yeah, I met her at this cafe." So little things like that. It's just being friendly. What I kind of want everybody to get out of looking at this slide is you got to hustle and get some brand partners and get them duplicating and use us to help you do that. Okay. Use transformation now, use connect calls, use us to help you do it. But if a lot of people are saying, "I want to get to diamond, I want to be a diamond club in November." Well, you have the rest of this month and you have all of next month and you want to do this. You want to get these people in to help you get there. You may get that one person that goes crazy and brings tons and tons of ULTs in. You may, and that's great. And then you're still going to need 2 more brand partners. So I would love to open it up for questions now, as well as takeaways. I would like to hear some takeaways because this is all the fundamentals. That's all it is. It's doing this consistently every day, but I'd love to hear some takeaways of what you got out of this training. So raise your emoji hand. That way we can see you, and I'll stop the share. Okay, takeaways or questions? Madi.
Thank you, Sonia. I really so sad that I came at the end. Can't wait to watch the recording, but I really love what Nicole always, of course, shame on us. Everybody needs Purium. We need to just talk to everybody. And how did you get, to do you asking the question, striking a conversation with people? How did did you get to do what you're doing and start taking interest in them? And absolutely love, especially for the new ones, using the connect calls, using the third party. And that's something I'm working with my team. And of course, you mentioned the follow-up. We need to be impeccable about the follow-up because sometimes I write down and I meet people. Do I follow up with them right away? Or, so that's, and of course, duplication. It's, I just can't wait to watch the rest of the recording, but thank you so much. This was amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you for what you're doing to help us get to diamond.
Thank you so much, Madi. Madi, what are you, green or blue diamond?
Green diamond.
Green Diamond. So you're going for blue because you rank advance. If you've been to Diamond Club and you rank advance beyond the diamond rank that you're at, you can go to Diamond Club again. The
Yes,
first time you go, they pay for it. But
yes.
after that, you're invited. And when you're a crown, because Amy told Ariel this directly last week at the kickoff Zoom, once you're a crown, you're invited to every Diamond Club, which is so cool. So,
That's amazing. That's
Bonnie,
amazing. So,
yeah, I
yeah.
was going to say, you've been great at last Diamond Club. You came and you brought 3 diamonds with you.
Yes, it was so, it was one direct to me, but then we brought two, down, third level down. It was amazing. And I have quite a few people right now that are listening and they're working towards diamonds. So my goal until October 31st is to bring at least two direct new legs as
Mhm.
diamonds.
Excellent. I love that. So Madi is a leader. She's already green diamond. So she's going next level with now she's thinking, how many am I going to bring with me? Not just be there myself, but how many? So next is Melissa Hennig, who you just heard from. Melissa is going to be at Diamond Club in November. She's already qualified and is running for green diamond now.
So I have a question. So last week I've started to walk into a functional medicine practice space. I walked into this beauty space where they do lots of Botox and things, but they didn't do any inside nutrition. And, I just want to have a little bit more verbiage with it. I don't know, should I always go for the owner or should I talk to the manager? Or, I always, like the functional medicine place, it had all these supplements. So then I thought, well, can I still say, what do you offer for nutrition? Because I see that they're offering supplements. It's not nutrition, but just that's what I'm doing this week is literally like putting on a nice dress and walking into places. So
I
just
love
a little bit of verbiage around that.
Yeah, so if you see they have supplements and a lot of these places they'll have like standard process, things like that. So you can say, "Oh, I see you carry quality supplements. Let me ask you this. What are you offering your clients or your patients for fundamental daily nutrition?" Because that's basically what we have. Whole food, fundamental daily nutrition. And what do you have as a program that can help give people a reset and kind of bring them to balance, bring them to homeostasis? And Nicole or Ariel, feel free if you want to add something to that. As far as, I'll just add this one thing. If they're doing GLP-1s, which a lot of them are, I'll
Yeah.
ask them, what are you using for nutrition for the people that are on the GLP-1s? How about when they're getting off of them? What are they going to continue to do? How are they nourishing their bodies while they're doing it? How are they maintaining muscle while they're doing it? So I have an MD doctor who's very interested right now. He ordered his ULT, so he's trying it himself first, but he's doing GLP-1s. That's his weight loss clinic is based on that. And he said himself, he said the GLP-1s suppress the appetite, but they don't provide there's not any nutrition being provided there. And he says, I can see how this can marry together. This can fit together. I'm going to meet him where he's at. I'm not going to make him see like that I am not into that, like I'm going to just be like, yes, this would be a perfect complement to what you're doing because now people they're not only going to be getting the nutrition, but they're going to be able to maintain muscle with the aminos because that's one of the issues with the GLP-1s is losing muscle mass. So, it's just finding a way to meet them where they're at, complimenting them on what they're already doing because you want to establish that rapport and not get into any kind of defensive or adversarial situation, which you wouldn't anyway. But yeah, I would say fundamental daily nutrition, because that's usually the void that a lot of practitioners, and if we have any practitioners here that want to also say anything, from your perspective, feel free. We'd love to hear you. So if not, or, it could be later on or whatever, but we can move on to Lana. Lana's got her hand up. Hopefully that helps, Melissa. Go ahead, Lana.
Thank you. That question was helpful and got answered also, but I was wondering, is there a particular video? I don't know who it was who was sharing about the great encounter, and that conversation. And then she said, so she sent a video, which we do. But which one can you share which one you think is very effective, especially if you're going to send something short? But either way, short or longer, what's like your go-to video?
So Melissa Hennig, just nod your head, yes or no. Did you say you sent that lady a video? Okay, which video? Did you send a business opportunity? You probably sent one of the ULT What did you send?
It's just one that I made personally about the
Okay.
ULT.
Okay. All right. So what you could do, Lana, like the Monday night ULT calls, those are always recorded. So you can always get a video, one of those, or maybe 25 minutes long. They're not too long. And just tell people it's a quick overview of the program, and then it's followed by wonderful testimonials. So you can do that. If they're interested in the business, you can go on my YouTube. It's at Sonia Magruder, and we've got the most recent one. The most recent business opportunity Zoom would be the best one to send for the business. There's some good ones there, but that one is like the most up to date. Okay, Juliet.
Thank you.
Juliet, I know you're definitely running for Diamond. You're on fire. You are hustling, and it's impressive. So go ahead.
Hey, I guess one of my big takeaways is that the reminder of how many people, it just blew my mind, how many people you have to talk to and how many times they might need to hear it in order to capture those brand partners. That just really blew my mind. That was a huge takeaway and a huge wake up call for me so that I can achieve my goals. So I appreciate these calls so much. And I was wondering, it was Sarah Dybel, I think was her name. She's on here. I wanted to ask her, like, what was it that somebody said to her that got her as a physical therapist? Somebody walked into her office, like, how do they present themselves? Because I do know physical therapists in the community, and that was a thought of mine. So I had a takeaway and a question if we have time.
Go ahead, Sarah.
So I've trained in functional medicine for the past 17 years. So I'm kind of a departure from traditional physical therapy. I always look at it as I do what physical therapists should do foundationally, but none of them are. And quite frankly, it's been a while. Sonia told me she reached out to me on Instagram 5 years ago, which I don't think I knew how to use Instagram very well then. But I was familiar with Nicole Hussein and Ariel. Nicole, I recognized from Cellcore. I don't believe we've ever spoken, but I recognized you. And I saw their journeys as they started, and within a few months, I was like, what are these people doing? That's what it did. And I kind of kept watching. I also saw a lecture from Ariel that she posted of Dave talking about whole food, vitamin C versus ascorbic acid, which has been always my philosophy. Is I was like, okay, this I might be able to get truly completely whole food nutrients from this company. So I started researching. So it was a journey,
Thank
several
you.
touch points.
So that was mainly through social media then, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
So it was, and we do social media, and we also want to do warm market, picking up the phone, high tech and high touch, not just post and pray, not just social media. We want to do a balance of both. But Sarah saw that. Now the consistency, that's the word that came in my head, because you said you were watching Nicole, you were watching Ariel, and that consistency, you saw that over and over again. And then I think we all collaborated on that one reel about the vitamin C, like not being ascorbic acid. So you never know. You never know what it's going to be that hits a person. So maybe when you're talking to somebody that does functional medicine, ask what are they using for, again, foundational daily nutrition or fundamental daily nutrition. And do they use whole food supplementation? Like, what's your philosophy? What's your philosophy on supplements? Ask some questions. So I see you thinking, like your wheels are turning, Sarah.
I choose to know if any of them really understand the difference between whole food nutrients versus
Yeah.
synthetic lab made, but that was just my wheels turning.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's a great question that was just asked, and thank you for answering it, Sarah. So, just an authentic answer. It's just it all boils down to consistency.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Mackenzie, it's on mine, Ariel's, and Nicole's. I'm not sure where else it is. We all did it at the same time. So it's Dave Sandoval. Just scroll down and you'll find it. So you'll
I'll
see.
put it in my stories right now.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Nicole. Okay, Sydney and then Deidre.
I have a chiropractor that I'm trying to get interested in the program, and she tried the shake this last weekend and she loved it. But the roadblocks I kind of have been like she's like muscle tested on herself and it tests well. She's like, but she already takes algae and or the spirulina and chlorella energy, like these energy bits. And so she's like, I'm already doing that and this is working for me. It's really helping with her energy. Or I started talking about with her and another girl at a Maker's Mart, the glyphosate removal. She's like, oh yeah, we already offer something that helps get rid of glyphosate. So I feel like everything like I've shared that would be, it's usually there's like, oh, well, I already have like an answer for that, or I have like a solution to that. And so, but she likes the shake, she likes the program, she likes it like for me. But so I wanted to see if I could get some advice on like how I could maybe package this in a way that would be, I don't know, that she would maybe cling to.
And
If that makes sense.
I don't have to be the only one answering here, but I'll start. One of the things that I hear a lot is this is like a one-stop shop. This kit, this box, it's simple. It's high compliance because it's so simple. That doctor that I was talking about with the GLP-1s, I was on the phone with him and he's like, he got his box and he's like, I love this tracker. They're going to be able to do this. This makes it so simple. Everything is in the box, so they know exactly what to do. So you could ask, what do you have as a system, like something that is a comprehensive, synergistic protocol that's easy for people to follow, that's going to address their gut health, their sleep, their energy, their digestion, their weight management, inflammation, all of those things. And they probably don't. They're probably piecemealing it. They're probably something from here, something from here, because that's what I hear from a lot of practitioners is they like now that they don't have to do that. Like I can just do this one-stop shop thing here with this box. I like how Ariel calls it a kit. She always calls it a kit. And it's like that's kind of cool because it's like here's your kit. Like everything is here, you know, to it's all here for you, like done for you. And Ariel, yeah, go ahead.
Say, have you sent her our practitioner business opportunity Zoom? Because I would ask her if she's open to watching that because we have a practitioner, Rachel, on there who literally says how she used to piecemeal things together and it's like a protocol in a box that's so easy and it's also less expensive for her clients than just ordering this here, ordering that. You know, it sounds like this person that you're talking about likes all the things in the kit and they're ordering from all these different places. So it like really is a perfect fit for them.
Yeah, that's great. I have sent her the video. I need to in person be with her because I'll text her if she's like watched it or but I don't really hear back. So I need to like next time I see her in person, I need to ask her, have you watched the video and what did you think about it? So
I'd
Yeah,
also
let her
ask
know.
a question. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I would just say like specifically, not just watch the video, but like I think you'd really enjoy this video. It has a practitioner just like you who utilizes, you know, different products and how she found that this program was really helpful for her. Like I would kind of just put a little more into it than just watch the video. Like why should she watch the video? And that might pique her interest.
Also asking questions about how much she knows about how the products she's using are already processed. What temperature are they processed at? Are they maintaining their enzyme structure? Are they maintaining their pure whole food nutrient profiles? Because the body knows the difference. Body knows, and you can feel the difference. I've
that's
used a
really
lot of
good.
those.
I like that. I like that.
You can feel it when you start the Purium stuff. It's like instantaneous. It's very cool.
It is. It really is. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing that. That's so helpful. And I'm glad that was helpful, Sydney. Okay, Deidre.
So one of your questions, Lana, I had the same question Lana had. It was answered about what's the best video for the business, and you said go to your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my question. That was answered. My takeaway from this, I thought it was awesome. I really just like the repetition of getting 3 people a week. One of those 3 people need to be a brand partner. That brand partner need to make sure they get 3 people, and one of those people need to be a brand partner. So that is not it's not something we have to invent. It's already here. We just got to follow the system. So I really appreciate the reminders.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Deidre. Yeah, it's not like, you know, there's some special magic bullet thing or, you know, saying or thing. It's all the same thing. It's simplicity, it's repetition, like you said, and that's what duplicates. And thank you for asking, giving that takeaway too, Deidre. Thank you so much and letting us know that your question was answered. Tara, you're next.
Just real quick, I liked what Ariel said about the transformation now. Like her flow was just like so good. I took notes on that, but it was really good because I always forget that. And I can't believe I do, but I always forget that about the transformation now when I'm talking to a brand partner.
And you were one of the first people to implement Transformation Now, Tara. You were doing it like crazy and handing those boxes off. You've done it more than once. You've invested in Transformation Now. So I love that you you gleaned something from this of how Ariel said it. That's why it's so important. Repetition, hearing another voice. It's so helpful. So thank
Yeah.
And things do really duplicate, guys. So, like, once you start to find people who are going to invest in transformation now, those people are going to find people who are going to invest in transformation now in their first order. So, you just got to start that repetition. That's what happened with Melissa. She uses transformation now, and then Sarah ordered transformation now on her first order, and then she got her sister, an acupuncturist, to order transformation now on her first order. It's just going down the line. That's duplication.
Yeah, Leanne did it, Dr. Pry, like everybody that Rachel, I think everybody that came in that's how you come in is how your brand partners are going to come in. And we need to let a new brand partner or prospect that we're talking to know that. How you come in is what everybody else is going to do. They're going to follow down the line. Oh, awesome, Shauna. Just invested in transformation. Already has one person, maybe two others. And Aaron Diaz, I'm so glad this was helpful. Glad you joined us, Angie. Okay, anybody else? Any other questions or comments from anybody here or from our speakers? Final words of wisdom or questions or anything like that? Yes, Madi.
A quick question. I've been working with quite a few health practitioners myself in my area. One of them is called the Tox, like a detox. They do a lot of, it's a franchise. She's very open. It's a franchise. She's a franchisee, so she cannot have or do another business. But and she's not making any money. And she literally told me, I'm poor. I don't have no money. Isn't it sad? I mean, she invested $250,000 to $500,000 for her business, but yet it is only lymphatic drainage that they do. It's not a massage. How? Even though she already told me, but we're gonna collaborate. We're gonna do a wellness event at her place. How can we maybe how would you approach her to maybe change her mind, or should I just don't cross the line since she already told me she cannot do or promote another business in her wellness center?
Okay, but she knows people outside of the wellness center and she has a network and she knows other business people. She might be in networking groups, she might be in the Chamber of Commerce. She knows other people.
She is.
Yeah, so just say, look, I couldn't help but I kept thinking about you because you told me how much you invested here and how you're not really getting a good ROI on that investment. This is something you could do outside of here. I'll come here, I'll help promote, I don't know if they can just buy the products, but however you can do it. But let her know, make a list of all the people your professional contacts we could share this with outside of the wellness center, and I will help you do that. You tell her I will help you do that. The poor woman is struggling. She's probably
She
got
is.
so much overhead on top of the initial investment. So, okay, great question.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last question, Lana.
The Bitsy reel with Nicole
Mhm.
was up here in the chat, but I don't know how to get to that. Is that something that I missed or
It's on Instagram. I think she said she was going to share it to her Instagram stories.
on the Instagram?
I might
Okay,
be
thank
able, are you on Instagram, Lona?
Yes,
Okay, let me see if I can put the link in here. Give me a second. I think I can figure this out. Hang on.
thank you.
And it's Nicole's Instagram is 3 Sprouts Holistic. So I want to just do a quick share again, and I want to reiterate this. If you want to get to Diamond, if you want to be at Diamond Club with the whole bunch of people that are on this call that are either on their way there or they've already qualified for it, you have got to have more. If you're feeling like, oh wow, I didn't know I had to do all that, then that's an indicator you have to have more conversations, more brand partner conversations, more connect calls with your upline mentor, more talking about transformation now. You heard Ariel and the verbiage, how simple it was. And it comes down to the business conversations. Invite them to watch the business opportunity Zoom that we have. If it's a practitioner, Ariel mentioned, we have that amazing practitioner business opportunity Zoom. Amy Venner's in the middle of it. She talks for about 6 minutes about the manufacturing processes. So you want to get this. You want to have people under you doing this. You can't do diamond by yourself. So you've got to get out there and get more people and get those people duplicating. And again, use your upline mentor to help you do that. So who is willing to do what it takes to get to diamond? Drop a 1 in the chat if you feel like you are going for it and you're going to be there November 14th through 16th. All right. Okay. We have, let's see. Okay. I love this. And I love that we've got some brand new people. And you know what? We have new people here. We see you. Like, I want you to know, we see your hustle. We see your drive. We see your ambition. We see your determination. And if I would say there's one word, one common denominator of all the people over the 12 and a half years that I've been in this business that have gotten to crown, diamond, colored diamonds and crown, that one word that is overarching is determination for all of them. It's determination that no matter what comes your way, what distraction there is, whatever, it's a do whatever it takes attitude to get it done. And you will be rewarded handsomely for doing that. We've got lots of people on here who have done it and could easily make excuses and have legitimate excuses to not do what they've done, and they've done it. So let them be an inspiration to you. So I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I will have the recording and we'll be posting it and sharing it. Team Win Business Group in the Facebook group, I'll post it in there. And I want to thank everybody who shared, and also Ariel and Nicole and Melissa via video. But thank you for sharing your pearls of wisdom, our 2 other crowns that were on here live tonight. Thank you so much. And we'll hopefully, yes. Oh, okay. You're just saying good night. Okay. Look forward to seeing a lot of you at Diamond Club in November. Okay. Let's just kind of be the room there. Let's fill the room.
Yes,
Our team.
yes. Thank you, Sonia. And it is so much fun. I was just thinking how generous you and Melissa are at Diamond Club, always giving us gifts, and I'm looking the gifts that I have, and I cannot wait to collect mine
Yes.
with my team. At
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Spoiler. Body
For
gave
them-
away that you get little gifts from us.
Sorry, for them to get
That's okay.
excited.
I love it. And you get some gifts from Purium as well. So thanks,
Yes,
everybody.
Thank you,
Ariel,
Sonia. Thank you,
Ariel,
Nicole. Thank
have
you,
a
guys.
wonderful trip. Ariel is leaving for 5 weeks, European adventure, our
Love
digital
it.
nomad. And thanks to Purium, she's able to do this and still work her business from around the globe.
Fun.
Have fun,
Thank you.
Ariel.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. This was so encouraging and inspiring. We appreciate you.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, everyone, we'll see you. Don't forget tomorrow night, business training, Purium business. Oh, it's going to be Amy. Amy's going to be doing her mastermind tomorrow night, which is awesome. Hi, Jacob. And then Wednesday, we have our team mastermind, which is 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss